Okay, episode 4 time.
This one's double visions, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. I think this one is my favorite, even though it has like the lowest rating on Steam out of all 4 episodes. I think this one is actually my favorite.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I think it's because it kind of has like an awkward pacing that people don't really like it that much.
Yeah. But if you know what to do.
Yeah, because all the other ones are very like set in one place and have one very like specific storyline, but this one kind of hops between two of them.
Yeah.
It's like a transitional one, I feel like.
Yeah. Oh, and Marty isn't even sleeping how he normally is.
What?
Yeah, that's part of the...
Where am I?
I love how that's part of what makes it, like, subtly unsettling. Is that he's not, like, all over himself and drooling on himself and shit.
Yeah. Sorry about that, everyone.
I totally forgot. I always forget that he wakes up in a fucking behavioral reconditioning facility. That's so fucked up.
And, like, I think there's a dialogue thing where they say that they forged his signature or something.
Oh, yeah, they did.
That's...
But because it's Edna's word against his, then no one believes him.
Make sure the McFly boy is prepped for his Citizen Plus treatment by the time I finish with my husband.
How is Citizen Brown?
I'm afraid it's worse than we imagined. He's gone completely antisocial.
Darn.
We're using every tool at our disposal to snap him out of it. But I fear that nothing short of a complete personality rebuild will bring our leader back to us.
And it's all McFly's fault.
Unbelievable, isn't it? One teenage hooligan has brought Hill Valley to the brink of ruin.
An icon.
Let me know when he's ready. I'll be tending to Citizen Brown.
Marty's a revolutionary icon.
I gotta get out of here and rescue Doc.
We stand.
Someone's locked up all my stuff. I'll never get that combination on my own. Hello?
What?
Why is all my stuff locked in a cage?
In order to ensure that Citizen Plus patients don't injure themselves, their belongings are placed in a locked box until the completion of their Citizen Plus treatment.
Injure themselves?
It's a very intensive process. Some people can't handle it.
Can I take a look at my stuff for a second?
Why?
I, want to make sure my guitar neck isn't getting bent.
What?
Come on, man. My parents spent a fortune on that thing.
Fine. Back away from the door, sir.
That happened to me on a plane once. Was that, like... Is like you're supposed to like completely
how's the guitar?
Untune your guitar if you put it on a plane.
I guess it's okay.
Oh,
you're supposed to loosen the strings as much as possible because the change in the pressure will completely snap your guitar like neck if you don't. I did not know that, and I fly a lot.
Martin?
And I ended up like fucking grieving on like that.
Where are you?
Back in the garage. What are you doing in the Citizen Plus ward?
Edna threw me in here.
She can't do that to my son. How can I help?
I tried to peek over the guard's shoulder to get the combination, but he's too tall.
Over his shoulder? Hold on.
Marty, you're just short.
I may have it on tape.
Zoom, enhance,
like how that's
zoom,
an actual plot point in
enhance.
this game, is that Marty's just too short to look over his shoulder.
The camera
He
was
is
high enough to
small.
see over his shoulder.
Nice work, Dad.
The combination
He's
is
so
2
tiny.
left,
He's
I
big.
can't handle how small he
18
is.
left, 32 right.
All right.
Hey, your guitar. I'm sorry I tried to throw it out.
Yeah, the guitar's pretty cool, but this is what I care about.
No fair making your dad all misty, son.
Jen? Hey, Jennifer! I gotta get her attention.
Sure that he fucking
Dad.
fell off.
How can I help, son?
Could you let me talk to Jennifer?
Jennifer Parker?
Yeah, she's in the room next door.
Let's see, that'd be waiting room beta. Got it.
You're all patched in, son. Jennifer.
Martin, is that you? Where are you?
I'm over here, in the camera.
Oh, Martin, aren't you in enough trouble already?
Trouble? Jen, what are you talking about?
You know, with all the drinking and the PDAs.
Jennifer, what's wrong with you? You sound strange.
I used to be strange, Martin, but thanks to my first Citizen Plus treatment, I'm well on my way to becoming an average, well-adjusted teenager.
Citizen Plus? Oh no, Jen, not you too. Why's your door open?
Now that I'm finished with my Citizen Plus treatment, I'm free to go whenever I want. I'm just waiting for the nice guard to escort me out.
I think I'm done talking to her.
Could you hang around for a few minutes? It's nice to have someone to talk to.
I'll be here until the guard comes for me. Then I'll really have to tell him about how you're hijacking the cameras.
Oh, come on, don't be a narc.
I'm not a narc. I'm a good citizen.
Narc.
Good narc.
Okay, Jane, here's a little something I think you're gonna like. At least, I hope you still do.
Martin?
Jennifer.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Martin.
This is why you gotta do vocal warm-ups.
Martin?
Yeah, honestly, like, Christ.
What are you?
That's how we all sound when we try to, like, just sing right out of the gate.
What's going on here?
I have no idea, sir. I was minding my own business when all of a sudden a horrible noise started coming out of that camera.
Well, that's not right.
Yeah, well, neither is
Hell yeah.
No one scrambles my brain. You hear me? No one.
For so much.
I'm Jennifer Parker, rock and roller.
She definitely saw Rock and Roll High
Yeah.
School.
Right.
Oh, she fully saw Rock and Roll High School and just rolled with it. You could say she rock and rolled with it. Your silence speaks volumes.
Jen.
No time for small talk, McFly. We need to get you disguised
No,
so
I
we
love
can
your
walk
puns.
out of here.
Thank you.
Calvin Klein underwear? Really?
There. How do I look?
Little short for a stormtrooper, but it'll have to do. Come on!
How does it, like,
Okay,
fit him?
hotshot,
Shouldn't it be
what's
super
next?
baggy and just kind of, like...
Now we rescue Citizen Brown, get the hell out of here, and get things back to
Well,
the way they're supposed to be.
Whatever, just as long as I get to break some stuff. I've got a lot of
I just really want to see
hostility right
Marty's,
now, you
like,
know?
game
Miss
game
Parker.
model with, like...
What
Yeah.
I'm here to
Women
escort
in
you
his
to the
clothes.
lobby. Your father's waiting for you.
the? Can he wait? I was hoping that this attractive young man could take me on a tour of the facilities.
I'm afraid I really must insist, miss.
Relax, Jennifer. I've got everything under control.
The
Really?
voice cracks. I'm
Okay
just,
then.
I'm
But
dying.
First.
80% of his voice is voice cracks.
What was that for?
For saving me, dummy. Let's go, officer.
You know,
He really
I'm
is,
probably
like,
gonna have to write you up for a PDA
teenage
violation.
chic.
Don't bite me.
He really
What?
is.
Rock and roll.
Alright.
He's baby.
He's baby. Okay.
Can I have some of that? Feels like I haven't eaten in years.
I
No,
hate
that's
his
Tennant.
voice.
He's not allowed to eat it until he's taken his pacification pill. We tried to give it to him an hour ago, but he still hasn't swallowed it.
Let me try. I can be pretty persuasive.
No.
Stop fighting it, darling. You're only hurting yourself.
Alright, I'm gonna metagame a little bit because I'd rather not be here more than I have to, so...
Yeah, that's fair. This is a bad part of the game, honestly.
Wow, they've really got this door locked up tight. I wonder what sick freak they've got in here. Ah! I should have known.
Is he crying or laughing?
I think he's supposed to be laughing.
Hi, Biff.
I know that you can taunt him by like showing him your face, which is one of my favorite things to do, honestly.
Looks like your intercom's busted. Just as well. It'd probably be just a bunch of swearing and mixed metaphors anyway. Hey, Biff. Guess who your guard is? Peekaboo! The guard says I'm not supposed to give you any food until you swallow your pill.
I'll just yoink that.
Oh, Biff spit.
And then I'm gonna put it.
But he still believes in cooties.
Hey, is that a public display of affection over there?
What?
He already wasn't
sorry,
looking.
It was just a shadow.
Stop goofing around and get back to work.
Yes, sir.
I love how that's such like a Marty McFlyism is his like fucking like, oh, what the hell is that over there? And everyone always falls for it every single time.
He's very convincing.
Except he's not, he literally is just like, oh, Biff, what the hell is that?
Jeez, they've been feeding Biff more tranquilizers?
The only character with any brain cells is Doc.
No, God!
Who, me? I mean,
that's why he's so smart. He wanted all the brain cells.
Yes, you. As you can see, that
he
slacker
controls
of a
the brain
technician
cells.
is sleeping on the job again. Please be
His
a
brain
dear
cells
and
now.
tend to the Citizen Plus control panel, will you?
Sure.
Okay, Doc, I'm in. Now, how do I get you out of here without turning you into a vegetable?
What are you doing over there?
Jeez, where's the off button on this thing? Hey, an equalizer. At least, I think it's an equalizer. Volume. Finally, a word I can understand. Okay, that moved him a few inches. Maybe I can blast him right out the door. Olfactory. I think I know what that means.
I'm already not deaf.
He's got werewolf hearing.
He's played by the same actor as Scott Howard, so therefore he is Scott Howard.
aroma tanks have clogged themselves again.
All Michael J. Fox characters are the
thank
same.
You. I hadn't noticed that. Come on, make
They
yourself
just move
useful.
around
I
very
don't understand
fast.
how much of a bootlicker Alex P. Keaton is then.
He's just pretending.
I'm sorry about the delay, dear.
It's
This
the
would
long
go a
con.
lot easier if you just gave up this madness
Honestly,
about
that's what
time
it's like growing up
machines
in a
and
conservative
altering the
family.
past.
Is that
You
the
should
family's not
concentrate
conservative?
on the future.
Yeah, his parents are like were in protests in the 60s, right?
You won't think that
Oh
in
yeah,
a
yeah,
few
they were
more
like protesting
hours.
nuclear armaments, and they like, were like,
please.
They were his parents were chill.
Yeah,
Me?
I could vibe with his
You're the one
parents.
threatening the social
Like, come
order
on,
of
I
Hill
want a
Valley
parents.
with your
I'm gonna be
crazy
honest,
top.
like. Instead, I have ones that play that Antifa are the real fascists.
Oh, oof.
Yeah. As if it's an organization.
The hacker known as 4chan.
Hey, Doc, let's get ready to blow
That's probably my favorite part
What
of the whole
was
thing
that?
about, like, Trump trying to, like, make Antifa a terrorist
You!
organization is it's
What
just
are
like,
you
are we an
doing?
organization?
Get my friend out of here, you nutcase. Okay, that was a little less dramatic than I had expected.
Good job, Marty.
Whoa, whoa.
He's doing his best.
Let's go, Your Honor.
What? I can't hear you!
You're welcome.
We got one reference that Edna's actually a Strickland. Okay, one of my favorite parts of the first movie, by the way, is like when Marty's like just late for class, and then Vice Principal Strickland roasts him and his entire bloodline for like a solid minute.
I will destroy your bloodline.
I can't believe Vice Principal Strickland is actually Sasuke.
It's the, like, you know the Sasuke hand meme? That's Strickland and Marty.
Oh my god. I'm gonna draw that now.
Now we wait for
oh
the
my
dogs to
gosh,
clear out
please.
so we can make a break for your time.
Strickland's gonna look weirdly realistic and then
Hey,
Marty's
it's my
just gonna
mom.
be anime.
Hey.
Don't talk to her. She could give us away.
As if she could even hear you from in there.
What the heck was Edna doing to you back there?
She was trying to rebuild my personality from the ground up, erasing the parts she didn't like.
Harsh.
That's a bit of an understatement.
Shouldn't we go help?
Once we go back and change history, none of this will ever happen.
I guess.
Lorraine Baines McFly is an ACAB icon.
She is. She really is.
No offense, Your Honor, but why'd you marry Edna anyway? She's kind of crazy.
Yes, now. But back when we were first dating, her madness was tempered by an ironclad sense of right and wrong. At least, that's how it seemed to me at the time.
He's so sad.
All right, Dad.
Why
Where
is
is
like
the
this like,
DeLorean
weird
anyway?
motif of George
I had
McFly
to
just
run
having
to my
like
secret lab near Clayton Ravine.
too much strength for his
Clayton
tiny little
Ravine,
body?
as in Clara Clayton?
He put
Why?
all of
That's
his strength.
significant.
Well,
He put all of
Clara's
his
kinda supposed to
stats
be
into
your
strength.
Wife, so yeah.
Fascinating.
Mom, Dad, no.
They'll be fine. Once we repair the time stream, none of this will ever have happened.
I guess you're right.
Like didn't even think about Marty, did they?
Looks like the coast is clear.
Like they're just like,
Great.
yeah, we'll get
Let's go
arrested.
fix the
just
DeLorean.
forgetting that they
I'm
have a
afraid I'll
17,
have
no,
to
an
do that
18-year-old
without you,
son at
Marty.
home.
Yeah, he'll be
Why?
fine.
Well, from what little I understand of time travel, if you help me rebuild the time machine, your presence in the repair efforts could cause some sort of temporal paradox after we return to 1931.
That doesn't
So
make
what am I
sense, and
supposed
you
to
know
do?
it,
Just
Doc.
hang out here in Bizarro Hill Valley until you fix the time machine?
Exactly. But don't worry.
Again, Back to the
things work
Future
out
lore
according
doesn't
to
make
plan.
sense.
You won't even notice I'm gone.
You know, for a second there, you sounded almost as confusing as the real Doc.
See? We're making progress already. See you soon, Martin.
Good luck, Your Honor.
Oh, and you might want to stay off the streets for a few seconds.
Stay off the street. Citizen Brown? Emmett?
He's not coming back, you know.
What are you talking about?
Emmett, without me to guide him, he's almost useless. Before I found him, he was a miserable failure who never finished anything. But with me to inspire him, look at what we've built!
I love that
Not the
dialogue.
only
option,
inspiration of
that's
Doc's
like
life, you know.
Travis
In my
Yes.
timeline, he married one of the sweetest women of the 19th century.
Sweetness. Blech. Emmett needs discipline to stay focused. He's so easily
God, I hate her
distracted.
so much.
It's called executive dysfunction, Edna. Look it up.
It's a fact.
You think you've inspired Doc? I'll have you know that without you, Emmett Brown is destined to build a time-traveling DeLorean and a flying time train.
Preposterous. Emmett couldn't even build a dog feeder without me to guide him.
Yeah, well, he did that too. Yeah, you've inspired him all right. Inspired him to turn Hill Valley into a bunch of uptight dorks.
I wouldn't expect a delinquent like you to understand.
Okay, Your Honor. Starting to get a little concerned here.
There he is.
It worked! Ha ha! 1 second I'm in the present, The next, I'm 6 months in the past. Amazing.
6 months? It took you 6 months to repair the time machine?
6 months, my family fortune, and a sketchy deal with a gang of Libyan nationals. But it was all worth it for this moment.
Emmett, don't do this. You need help.
I love
blow out
in
your
the time
exhaust
stream of
port,
Doc
dear.
making deals with
Now that I'm
terrorists.
escaped into
Yeah.
the past, your pack of divorce lawyers can't.
He's not above crime.
Martin, how long have you been waiting for me?
A couple of minutes, maybe?
That's curious. I set the repair time circuits to arrive only a couple of seconds after I left. Oh, well. I'm sure there's no need for concern.
That's a
It's probably
huge
just a
margin of
minor
error,
miscalibration
Doc.
of the
You
time
should
circuits.
get that looked at before you go
What's
back.
this?
Clothes for our trip. We can't have you traipsing around 1931 in that ridiculous outfit.
Wait, our trip?
You didn't think I was going to let you erase the worst mistake of my life without my help, did you?
I just love their little look.
Fine, leave. I'll ruin you, Emmett! I run this town.
In the comics, doesn't she blow herself up at this point because Biff is like holding a stick of dynamite and doesn't know what to do with it?
I don't remember, but that sounds likely.
Time circuit set for
Yeah, because,
August
like, she
26,
told Biff to put, like,
1931.
To get
You
like a
ready
stick
to
of
go, Your
dynamite
Honor?
for some reason that I can't remember.
Call me,
And he
Doc.
was just like, as they drive off,
Oh,
he's just like,
damn.
oh, where did you want me to put this? And she's just like, Biff, you son of a bitch, and then they blow up.
Oh.
And it's just like, they just
Oh.
killed them at the end of the comic.
They're just dead, okay. Oh, it's... Okay, we're having a bit of a... Okay, there we go.
This is where I last saw him. You, teenage you. You were headed this way, arm in arm with Edna.
Luckily, my erstwhile wife was never the type to kiss on a first date. If we work fast and stay focused, we can see to it that our relationship never moves beyond the hand-holding stage. Well, will you look at that? The old town theater.
What about it?
I haven't thought about this place in years. The missus made me tear it down back in '71. Said the movies were corrupting the younger generation. It was all nonsense, of course. I spent countless evenings here in my youth, and it never turned me into a hoodlum. Say, remember Public Enemy? Why, you dirty rat, no good yellow-bellied stool? Never did manage to see Frankenstein, though.
But you're going to. That's what we're here for, remember?
Right, of course. The film that was supposed to set off a chain reaction in my imagination, inspiring with a notion that would launch my scientific career.
You've still got no memory of what that notion was?
Well, how could I? It happened in the brain of a different Emmett Brown. An Emmett Brown now erased by the shifting sands of time.
Could you imagine if like real life works
Luckily
like
for
this,
us, I do
this
know
game's like
something about
logic
my
where it's
own
like
brain.
Emmett didn't see
Having lived in it
Frankenstein,
for
so
the past
therefore he's a
70+
dictator.
years, once we get my younger self inspired
I
by that
mean,
movie,
the butterfly
nothing will
effect
distract him from his
is
proper...
like...
Great
I
Scott,
know, but
will
like
you look at
the
that?
fact that that is the
Town
catalyst
Square?
event is so funny to me because it's just like,
It's
oh,
just like I
Well,
remember it.
it's that combined with,
Oh, the old
Edna.
courthouse.
Her
Come on now,
influence.
Doc, you need to go
Okay,
inside
true.
and check it out.
but it does sound like that.
First rule of time travel, Doc,
became a dictator
never
because he
allow
never
your
saw
other self to
Frankenstein.
catch sight of you.
That's how
It causes
Tumblr would
reality to collapse or
analyze it.
something.
You mean?
Because the reading comprehension on that
Don't
website is garbage.
The reading
Go on,
comprehension
I'll
on
let you know when
Tumblr is
you're
in
gone.
shambles.
And don't forget your
This is
calm,
why we need
say
English
gift.
classes.
Billions and billions, guy?
I
suspected
made a
arsonist.
post on Tumblr saying that
just go
BoJack
with it.
Horseman was more intellectual than the Prince, and someone I was called both an anti-intellectual and a pro-intellectual.
Sonny! You do show up at the oddest moments. Where have you been hiding?
Oh, you know, here and there. You're a little hard to pin down yourself. I went looking for you last night, but...
I believe I was off entertaining a beautiful lady. You know, I never really got a chance to thank you.
He's so baby.
Well, I'm sure
I
you would have
missed
escaped
him.
Kid on your own.
Kid? Oh, sure,
Emmett
I'm grateful
is
for that,
so
but no,
kind.
I'm talking
I love
about
Emmett
Edna.
so much.
It's funny to think of now, but until that crisis, I actually thought
Edna's
Edna
so
and I
sweet.
disliked
Edna
one
doesn't
another.
deserve him.
Imagine.
He's so sweet. I can't handle how sweet he is.
He really is.
Yeah, well, sometimes first impressions are right. The thing is, you shouldn't let Edna distract you from, you know, the business at hand. Finishing your project for the expo and going to see Frankenstein.
Oh, pshaw. I'm far too busy for movies these days.
But,
And as for my project, it's practically done.
the rocket car?
The rocket car? Boy, are you out of date. I've junked a rocket car.
But...
more trouble than it's worth. I'll never figure out a propulsion system that does what I want it to do. And besides, its social utility is practically non-existent.
Social utility? Since when do you care about...
The mental alignment meter is a much more worthy project.
The what?
It was Edna's idea, and she's really been cracking the whip to get me to complete it in time for the expo.
Emmett, I'm a little
Edna
confused
is a bit of a
here.
eugenicist.
The what?
If you think about it, Edna's a bit of a eugenicist.
Yeah, she really is.
Like, she's like eugenicist light. Like, she wouldn't go full eugenics, but like, this mental alignment meter shit is very like, it's teetering on the edge.
It's like borderline eugenics.
What day is it?
Why, it's opening day. The opening day of the expo. Which reminds me, I'd better skedaddle back to the lab. If Edna catches me dawdling, there'll be heck to pay. Catch you around, Crockett.
October 12th. Doc?
Wow, this game really makes you feel like Marty McFly.
Yeah, that's what I like about the game, is that it kind of like really puts you in Marty's shoes.
Come to think of it, it is a bit brisk for August.
Oh, we're 2 months late. The expo's about to start and teenage you is already in over his head with Edna.
I really do like Marty's suit in this episode.
Let's plunge into the
cleans up
DeLorean
nice.
and get to the right date.
No,
It's
far
dapper.
too risky. Remember how I was late picking you up in '86?
Honestly, I just
Yeah?
like Marty in a suit in general.
Yeah, he
Something
looks
is
good.
horribly
And
wrong
like, the
with
suit
the
actually fits
The
him.
problem appears to be getting worse. If we
I'm
try
like
to
that
jump
fucking,
now,
whatever the fuck he
we'll
wears
find
in the
ourselves
speakeasy.
stranded in a Cenozoic age. Or worse,
With that
the
fake ass
Mesozoic.
mustache and the
We're
fedora.
stuck?
That suit, that was like,
I'll
that
leave
look
the
was a
problem and see what I
travesty.
can do. In the meantime, you can go to work on the other problem.
Right. I'll go to the lab and
That
see if
look
I can talk
did, not to make a
teenage you
James
out of...
Cagney reference on
Young
Maine,
me
but that
is
look
already
did look
as
like James
infatuated
Cagney in the
as you
Roaring
say,
Twenties.
and I'll be able to talk him out of anything. Believe me, I remember.
I haven't seen that
Better
movie,
to
but I'll
focus
take
on
your
the
word
more
for it.
clear-headed half of the couple.
Edna, where can I find her?
Where do you
Honestly,
think?
I hear that sentiment more often than not.
The DeLorean should still function adequately as a means of conveyance in the first 3 dimensions.
You can just give algae cakes to everyone at this place.
Yeah, once you get, the box from
You were
Cue
right.
Ball.
There she is.
My soon-to-be ex-future wife is nothing if not predictable.
I don't bother with it,
Do I
though.
really have to talk to her? I mean, couldn't I just hang out until
There's
you
an
fix the
achievement
time
for it on
circuits?
console,
And...
so I got it.
I'll talk to her.
Steam said no
Better get the
achievements.
DeLorean out of sight before someone...
Hey, you! Quit blocking the drive! All Car of the Future contestants need to report to the North Tent.
Why not? Good luck!
I am kind of sad that they took this game off of Steam.
Yeah. But I mean...
Like, you can't buy it anymore.
Yeah. Well, the money... Who would the money go to?
Okay, that's fair. I mean, you could just
Spell
bring
it.
it back to... I feel like...
B-R-O-W-N.
Here's a hot take.
It's
Game
not
developers
exactly
should
an
get a certain
obscure
amount of
name.
royalty.
They really should.
I still don't see it on the list. I'm sorry.
Oh, for the love... Let me try this one more time. This is the Hill Valley Science Expo, right?
first
I wish that
annual...
like you could
Indeed.
share
The
games on
purpose of
Steam
our
because like you
fair
can
is to
share
showcase
games in real life with
cutting-edge
physical
technology.
copies. So
That's
why not
right.
share
and to
them
burnish Hill
digitally?
Valley's reputation as a
I mean,
forward-thinking
you can
community.
buy people games as
And
gifts on
yet,
Steam,
you
but I don't
want
know
to
about
exclude
sharing
the
them.
maker of the
Yeah,
most
I wish that was
revolutionary
a thing
breakthrough
though,
of
where
all.
it's like, oh hey,
It's
you want
not
to
that
borrow this
I
game?
want
Sure,
to,
I'll
but...
I'll give you permission to play it. Like
dear.
you could like it'll just not be in your
Mr.
library
Crockett,
for a while.
You do pop up at the
That should be a
oddest
thing.
times.
Yeah,
What
until
are
I
you doing
bring
here?
it back.
Yeah.
I need to...
Whatever it is, I hope you don't have to deal with Mr. Stonewall here. His sole function seems to be preventing people from
looks very
accomplishing
nice
their
in this
business.
outfit, though. I will give her
Honestly, with him
that.
keeping the books, it's a wonder the
She
Tanning
does. She
Gang
has
got as
some
far as they
good
did.
fashion when she's young.
Have you seen
Yeah.
Emmett?
This is the only good trait that she has.
She can have one as a treat.
No.
Then you've heard
One
all
that
about his
has
big
nothing to do with the
breakthrough, the
personality.
mental alignment meter. Isn't it exciting? And to think he didn't even realize the import of his discovery until I pointed it out to him. I've never
I
known
wonder if
anyone
Edna
like
reads
him,
Ayn Rand.
so oblivious to his own potential.
Oh
I
my
kind of
gosh,
wanted
you
to talk to you
would.
about Emmett and his potential.
Funny, I didn't spot it myself at first.
Edna
In
would
fact,
read
for
The
the longest
Fountainhead and
time,
think that
I
it was
thought I
good.
didn't even like him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, there's a hot take. Edna would stand the guy from The Fountainhead.
Oh. She would read Atlas Shrugged and enjoy it.
I got like 2 chapters into Fountainhead, and then I was like, wait, this is fucking stupid.
Someone suggested to my dad that he read The Fountainhead, and he read the Wikipedia article, and I was like, yeah, I don't need to read this.
Yeah, I saw the Thug Notes episode for it, and then I was like, hey, it gets even dumber, I guess.
One of my English teachers, who coincidentally also, her last name was Strickland, she was saying that she had to read Atlas Shrugged for an English class, and she said, don't read Atlas Shrugged, it's not worth it. But this one kid was like, I actually read Atlas Shrugged and I liked it, and like, okay.
That's how you tell who the bootlickers are.
Yeah, right?
Know what I fucking love about Republicans who stand Ayn Rand?
What?
Do you know that she was, like, pro-choice? Apparently, from what I've heard.
A word?
She was like, because she was very radical individualist, right?
Yeah.
And so she was very much like, you have the radical freedom to choose to have an abortion. Like, that was her logic. Which makes sense in the context of who she was, but she's still a terrible person. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
She gets one good trait.
She can have one as a treat.
Didn't she also die on welfare? Which is just like...
I don't remember.
Really, that's really great to me.
Well, you know, those gut instincts are important. If you disliked him right off the bat.
Oh, but I didn't know him then. Now I know him inside and out.
Ew.
Yeah, but...
I appreciate your concerns, Mr. Crockett, but I can take care of myself.
Refuse to
I know
believe
what I'm
that
looking
she's
for in a
ever done
man,
that.
and it so happens Emmett fits the bill to a T. That's Emmett Brown. Rhymes with clown, which I'm beginning to think you are.
Clown to clown
Just
communication.
a simple mix-up, I'm sure.
I've no
Okay,
doubt
that line
of
was
that.
Okay, is this open now? Nope, it is not. I guess I gotta talk to...
They said no skateboard.
No skateboard time yet. Oh, hello.
Well?
I talked to her.
And?
She says she knows what she's looking for, and it's you.
But it can't be me. Wasn't me. Marty, we don't belong together.
You don't have to tell me that.
Find out exactly what her requirements are. I can almost guarantee you that I don't fit them.